Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all good? I hope so. Y'all listen, let's talk about Lean on Me, okay? And I want to talk about the scene with Frank and Joe. Okay, so Mr. Clark went down to the city hall to talk to Frank. And as he's walking in, you see the people walking out, including Mrs. Barrett, who had to stop in the doorway to stare him down. Mr. Rosenberg was right behind her. So Joe asked him, what's this about? He says, the chains on the doors. Then gonna turn around talking about, I thought you people didn't like chains. Baby Joe was looking at him like, if you don't take your little on out that door. So Frank shows Joe the newspaper article where they're calling him Crazy Joe, and it has a picture of when he put the street pharmacists out of the school. And I always felt like that boy had to be Mrs. Barrett's son, child. So Frank is like, bruh, everything you're doing down at that school fall on my head. So basically, if they're going to keep coming at me, I got to come at you. The union lawyers talking about walking out. The fire chief says it's illegal to put them chains on the doors. Mrs. Barrett is trying to get you removed. She feels a way about you telling them to get off welfare. Joe, he don't care nothing about none of that. He's like, let them walk out. They ain't teaching nothing down there at that school. And let's not forget, you came and recruited me. I didn't come to you. Joe says that Frank is disappointing him. But Frank tells him, you the disappointment. Joe looking at him like, me? I'm the disappointment? How am I the disappointment? You know me, Frank. You have known me for 30 years. You knew how I was going to go up in that school and regulate. You knew it. That's why you came and got me. So Frank tells Joe, you're messing up. Look at you. You're pushing folks away. Your wife left you. I should walk up on out of here on you myself. Joe looked at him like, well, take your rabbit ass on in. But see, here's the thing. Frank was frustrated. It was just a lot. But he got Joe back.
Brother, I will go through the fire with you.
He just feels like Joe is losing it. Then Frank asks him, why would he suspend a good, young, strong black teacher like Darnell? And Mr. Clark says that Mr. Darnell is symptomatic of the disciplinary problems that they have. And it all comes from Mr. Darnell picking up that trash after Mr. Clark said he didn't want nobody to move during the singing of the school song. So by Mr. Darnell moving, he saw that as a sign of defiance and disrespect. And in that moment, Mr. Darnell was not being the example that Mr. Clark was trying to set for the students. And plus he flipped that desk on them. And on top of that, he told him, if you don't give me the respect that you will darn well want yourself, I will kick your black ass. And baby, they took it over the edge. So Mr. Clark said, you gotta go. Okay. So then, while he doing all this talking, Frank's like, yeah. You gonna reinstate him. And you fired Mrs. Elliott because she didn't want to kiss your tail. Joe doesn't have time for Mrs. Elliott or Mozart.
What good is Mozart going to do a bunch of children who can't go out and get a job?
And Mr. Clark, he's not wrong. Because what is Mozart going to do for some kids who can't read, write, do math, the basics? Because all in all, that's what a standardized test is testing the students for. They're not thinking about no Mozart, Beethoven, Picasso. They ain't worried about that. But Frank, he didn't disagree because he knew Joe was right. But he did tell Joe to worry about the test scores. And Joe about lost it because what do you think I'm worried about? Frank let him know that he was going to write a formal apology.
Formal apology for your treatment of Mrs. Elliott and Darnell and for your vicious and thoughtless insult to the women of this community.
He told him, you going to kowtow, you going to step and fetch. And Joe was about to say, he ain't finna do none of that. But Frank let him know, if you're so hot on discipline, then start by accepting mine.
Because contrary to popular opinion, I'm the head nigga in charge.
Baby, Frank just snatched that briefcase and hopped his little butt over at the rail. And Joe just standing up there like, I want to cuss his out, man. And Frank had the nerve to say,
come on, let's get something to eat.
And that's how you know you've been friends for a long time, baby. We just got to, we've been going back and forth with each other. Now you talk about, let's go get something to eat. But it's the way Joe did that slow turn around like, I know you get lying. So let's go get something to eat. But he walked on over there to that door, did it? But he made sure he got the last word.
You really think you bad, don't you?
That is one of my favorite scenes of Lean On Me. Cause they were going at it. Both of them had their points. But all in all, Joe is like, look, I don't care what they got to say. Because they not coming over there at that school. They not standing outside trying to be security. They not coming in trying to teach. They not tutoring. And if they have all these ideas and suggestions and opinions, why didn't they do it? Why did y'all have to come and get me? When I left Eastside High, it did not look like what it did when I came back. So I got to handle this thing the way I see fit, the way that I know that it will work. So you got a problem with me having the chains on the doors. Oh well, I have to do what I feel like I need to do to protect my students so that they can feel comfortable to get their work done without having to look over their shoulders, without people trying to sell them something, attacking them. I have to do what I see fit. And I don't care about what Mrs. Barrett have to say. I don't care about her standing up at the meeting talking about they good kids and they just discouraged. Where was she? Since she now want to be the president of the parent teacher conference or whatever she trying to do, she wasn't there either. So until somebody can come down there and put their boots on the ground and do some work, I don't care what they trying to say. I don't want to hear what they have to say because I am trying to do everything I could do along with my teachers, along with my staff so that we can pass the state exam. That's the only thing I'm worried about right now. Okay? Because it's mighty funny to me that when it was bad, didn't nobody have anything to say. But now, since I'm cleaning it up, I'm making it better, my teachers all in, they don't like it. I wonder why. They always said they don't like an educated black person, and that's what you're giving me. But that's okay. We gonna win, alright? Now what we eat? You see what I'm saying? Y'all, get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this scene of Lean On Me, okay? Y'all, let's talk about it, okay? And I'll talk to y'all later. And everything I said in this video is in my opinion and is copy and is protected by the Copyright Act of 1976, Section 107. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later.